Underway in the second half. And a 28-0 lead for the Chatham-Kent Cougars. And a kick return brings the football up past the 35-yard line of the Forest City Thunderbirds. And they will have possession to kick off the second half, but they have a lot of work to do, Mike James.
Yeah, as we mentioned, heading into the second half, the key for the Cougars really is going to be just maintaining that level of dominance that they had in this first half, leading with such a big lead so far, and of course starting to sprinkle in some of the second and third stringers that you have on the team, getting them some experience. But this, to start the second half here, you'd expect to start with your starters, and then as the game goes on, fill in the holes with some backups. And there again, you see some of the common numbers that we've been calling all this first half. You see number 50, Connor Martin, number 99, Jordan Deneau in the backfield. And then you see the quarterback for Forest City going back to the huddle and saying, geez, oh, Pete, can I just get a little bit more time?
Well, 1st and 10 turned into 2nd and 14, a 4-yard loss for Forest City. So things on offense still as discombobulated as they were in the first half. Quite possibly another pass play here coming up. It is, and it is an incomplete pass as it falls at around the 45-yard line. Quarterback Yazid Sinan still under center for the Thunderbirds. So 3rd and 14 is where it sits right now in the first series of the second half.
Looks like the coaching staff, that play there designed to go to that right side over in front of the Forest City Thunderbirds bench, and the coach is looking for a pass. Looking for a pass interference call. Looked like there was some contact, but likely the referee ruling that it was incidental contact, or maybe that pass was uncatchable. But it looked like there was a little contact, but no call that time.
Now a very low snap picked up and booted away. The Cougars get the football back, and now getting yanked down around the 35-yard line. David Miller. And with 13:15 to go in this third quarter, first second half possession for the Cougars, and they have a handsome 28-0 lead.
Nice tackle there from number 35, Andrew Graham for Forest City. Nice coverage on special teams. So the Cougars taking over an offense here, as you mentioned, in this third quarter as we're underway. Under the lights, beautiful skyline here tonight, as you'll see in the images. But what a beautiful night for football.
Yeah, beautiful summer day around here and pleasant evening. Now a running play as it's shoveled along the far side, and this will be a loss for the Cougars. Loss of about 2 yards, and absolutely nothing open along the left-hand side.
Yeah, Mitchell Ray trying to get outside on that left side. A little pitch, but nice coverage from the defense from Forest City, and a rare lost yardage play for the Cougars offense, loss of 5 there. So maybe expect a pass here for the Cougars, but again, they might play it conservatively, somewhat deep in their own end.
2nd and 15, and now it's handed off to the running back, and again, not much is there. They get up to the line of scrimmage, and probably not much more than that. So 3rd and 15 will come up, and a quick kick of the can there for the Cougars on offense, so they'll kick it away.
Well, nice job there from the Forest City defense, and that's exactly, you got to imagine that's what the coaches were telling them at halftime. Listen, we're not out of this game. You got to play to the end. The one thing you have to do all the time, play to the end of the game. So you don't want any quit in your players. You always want to see them improving their game, and the only way you can do that is play as hard as you can. And Forest City, that's what you want. You want them to come out, stop right away, and make the stop on defense and then get the ball back, maybe make something happen.
Football booted to the 45-yard line of the Forest City Thunderbirds, and it's carried past the 50 to about the 52, 53 perhaps. And that's where the visitors will take over, just on their own side of midfield. 11:47 left to go. But yeah, you know what? Chatham-Kent scored 28 in the first half. You have to, if you're Forest City, you have to have that mindset that you can do the same thing, at least.
Yeah, that's right. And decent field position here for Forest City. That's the one thing that's always difficult is when you've got a big lead like this, you don't want to be too conservative, but at the same time, you still want to be able to put points on the board.
Now pass is complete along the near side and still staying on his feet and getting across the 50. Receiver Jimmy Wiebe, who's been far and away the greatest receiver in this game for his club. And a flag is on the play near the 50-yard line.
And this one's going to go against Graham Smith, and I think it's going to be an unnecessary roughness. Graham Smith, I think, was trying to punch the ball out of the hands of the receiver, and I think the referee felt like he wasn't making a good enough attempt at the ball and actually just punching the receiver, and called the penalty. Smith, walked away from it saying, what did I do? Put his hands up in the air, but obviously the referee didn't agree with him and felt like he was getting a little too errant with his attempt to strip the ball away from the receiver.
So that will bring the football, Mike, at the 35-yard line of the Cougars. And second possession of the half for the Thunderbirds. They'll want to strike relatively quickly if they have any chance in this football game.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. This is one thing that you don't want to have happen is you don't want Forest City to get any confidence, gain any confidence at all. And it looks like Forest City is starting to do that.
Now shoveled off to the running back, and it looked a little bit of confusion between the quarterback and the running back for Forest City. For Marlon Brown, who took that shovel pass from the quarterback.
Yeah, they're saying the referee's calling it a forward pass, and that's exactly what it was. The quarterback shoveled the pass forward to the receiver, so it counts as a forward pass, not a fumble, even though the Cougars land on the ball. So it counts as an incomplete pass, and it's 2nd and 10. It's just as if you had a 15-yard forward pass to receiver and he dropped it. Exact same thing. It's only a pass of about a yard, but it's still a forward pass and therefore ruled incomplete.
2nd and 10, ball still at the 35-yard line of the Cougars. And now once again eluding a tackle. Nice play by the quarterback and busting towards first down yardage. Great job there by Nazid Seenan, quarterback for the Thunderbirds for the most part throughout this football game. And a nice burst of speed for the quarterback in a game where not a lot of offensive things are working for the Thunderbirds. Let's see where they place this football. Doesn't look like they get
this is
first down.
Yeah, this is going against Forest City. That's the
There's
first
a penalty, yeah.
Yeah, the penalty going against Forest City. That's the first time that we've really seen some electrifying kind of run from Seenan, really. In the first half, we didn't really see that ability that he just showed right there. A nice spin move and a nice burst of acceleration to gain some nice yardage. Now, obviously, there was a penalty, so it doesn't pay off, but Seenan looks like he has some ability. If they could just give him a little bit of time, maybe even keep the ball in his hands a little bit, get him out of the pocket, and use some of that athletic abilities he has.
And he tries it again, 2nd and 15. Now he tries to find a receiver open, and he does get a reception along that far side. It might be close to first down yardage. I'm not sure if they got it along that far side, but some good athleticism by that quarterback, Yazid Seenan, as he's able to thread the needle a couple of times here tonight.
And that's a good design there from the coaching staff. Get him out of the pocket. You've seen so far that the Cougars have a strong defensive front. They're getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback in the pocket. Get him out of the pocket. Obviously, the last couple of plays that we've seen, he's got the ability to make something happen. Take advantage of that. That time they get him out of the pocket. He rolls to the right, keeps the play alive long enough to allow his receivers to get in a position and then finds the open man. A nice job there from Seenan. Now it's a big 3rd and 1 here for Forest City.
Yeah, they were 1 yard short that last time around. They're going for it on 3rd and 1, and it is a receiver who does get the pass. Does he get that 1 yard? Looks like he does. First down for the Forest City Thunderbirds. Not your typical 3rd and 1 play.
No, not really there. A big, long pass across the field, but it is completed. Trevor Fries, number 9, makes the catch for Forest City, and obviously Forest City trying to make this game an interesting one, looking to make it an interesting one. 28-0 right now, but if you were just joining the game right now, you wouldn't think that it was such a lopsided game. Forest City here coming out in the second half with a little more power on offense.
1st and 10, nifty little pass there. It is a reception, but number 22, Cameron Willoughby, took a big shot there from the Chatham-Kent Cougars.
Nice introduction there by Josh Schuin, laying the wood, and not much gain. Actually, a loss of, looks like a loss of 2 yards. So Josh Schuin showing that he can lay a big hit when it's needed.
So a reception, but lost yardage for Forest City. 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Still 28-0 for the Cougars. All the scoring in the first half. But relatively on the doorstep are the Thunderbirds here. And now another great move here by the quarterback, as he is pretty nimble on his feet in the second half, as Yasid Seenan gets some positive yardage on 2nd and 12, but still well short of the first down. So this might be an attempt for 3.
Yeah, good tackles there from David Miller and Larry Vandenberg, keeping Seenan to minimal yardage and not allowing him to pick up the first down. So as you mentioned, it looks like they're going to bring in the field goal team and try to put 3 on the board.
Seenan must be seeing something in the defense for the Cougars over and over again here in this second half, because he has been doing a lot of running himself.
Yeah, you know, it looks like, I don't know, maybe halftime they lit a fire under his tail, but he looks like a different player here this second half so far, and good for him. You know, at the quarterback position, you really got to take the leadership role, and he's done that here in the second half.
Field goal attempt for Forest City. It is splitting the uprights. Jesse Smith gets the Forest City Thunderbirds on the board. It is now a 28-3 game. So 28 consecutive points in the first half for Chatham-Kent. That streak is now snapped, but still a long way to go for the visitors here. 7:06 to go in the 3rd.
Now, if you're a member of the coaching staff for the Cougars, let's say Sel Jordan, the head coach, for example, he's in maybe a bit of a tough position. I know it's maybe funny to hear that. It's a 28-3 game, but at the same time, do you play all of your starters and do you still keep a wide open offense and try to score at will, or do you just try to run the clock out and start to, you know, put your 2nd and 3rd stringers here and just kind of play the rest of the game out, you know, getting some of your guys some time on the field? The last thing you want to do is really allow Forest City to gain too much momentum, because then whenever you kind of let that momentum that you had in the first half slip away, it's tough to regain it. So obviously Forest City's come out here in the second half with a lot more confidence. What we've seen, their defense has played fairly stout here in this 3rd quarter, and their offense has put 3 points on the board, something they couldn't do in the first half at all. So we'll see. It's a tough position. We had mentioned that he wanted to get Ryan Brooks some snaps. It'll be interesting to see if the backup quarterback comes out here soon or if they stay with Zach Welton.
Cougars get the football back off of the kickoff, and a pretty handsome return here shaping up right throughout the middle, up to close to midfield and past the 50-yard line, almost up to midfield. Good job there by the Chatham-Kent Cougars, and a return for Josh Wright.
Yeah, nice return there for Josh Wright, catching that ball on the fly and just turning on the jets, running it up the middle of the field. Again, that's always the toughest thing to do, to run up the middle of the field with a full head of steam, knowing that you've got guys coming head on, full head of steam as well. And a nice job there, a nice return, good field position. That always makes it easier for coaches when you've got nice field position here at your own 52-yard line, midfield. You know, it's a lot more comfortable than being in the shadow of your goalposts.
And now a big hit right up the middle. Gain of about 6, it looks like, for the Cougars as they go right up the gut. And Zach Welton doing the damage himself. 2nd and 7, kind of a low snap. Seenan digs it out, and a pass complete
No, good job by the Cougars, and right there, that's got to make the coaches feel a lot better at this point. You're now up 30-3. Your defense does a great job there, pinning them back, getting the 2 points from the safety.